Before we get into this video, you might notice that my voice sounds a little off. If you're wondering, I am slowly starting to trying to recover from COVID, of course. Yeah, I tested positive yesterday, but luckily I am feeling much better today than I have over the last 2 days. But I can get through it easily. But if you notice in my voice, that's kind of the only thing that's left of it. So without further ado, hopefully that will not be a distraction. So let's go. Today we're going to look at the top 10 how did we get here moments. Basically, to qualify for this list, you just have to be in a weird spot or land in a specific area that's just unusual. So without further ado, number 10. Starting off this list, we have Oil Crusader in 2018 at New Orleans, I think. Basically, he was doing racing, and then he got real loose, and then did a bunch of pirouettes, and landed over the dumpsters. This was about a few seconds before impact. But it's just a weird spot. You're going to notice a bit of a theme in this video. Number 9. Number 9 brings us to Des Moines in 2009, where Maximum Destruction lands almost half his truck over the seats. And, of course, this is unusual because this was right before they did the barriers in the small stadiums as well as the stadiums itself. Number 8. At number 8, we have World Finals 4. During practice, Gravedigger went through the barriers and into a tree. Jesus, that sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it? Like father, like son, I guess. Except that joke doesn't really work well because this was Pablo Huffaker driving it, not Dennis, so there you go. Number 7. At number 7, we have this weird incident where Avenger lands on Rap Attack. This was, I believe, Pontiac in 2004, but I could be wrong on that. Let me look that up for 1 second. Yes, it was Pontiac in 2004, but this is no doubt a very weird position to be in. Number 6. 2 years after that incident, we had the iconic incident where Gravedigger flipped into the barriers, also at Pontiac, for the final time in 2006 there. You see Iron Outlaw right behind him, just kind of like staring him in the back there. This does not need much context. Number 5. Speaking of another iconic moment, we have another truck in a barrier, except this time this is El Toro Loco at the 2012 World Finals, where he went for a backflip. However, he shot up and then fell right into the backflip ramp. Unfortunately, this was the only backflip ramp at the entire track. So he stayed there for the rest of the show, even during the encores. In fact, it took until the encore when Gravedigger ran into the back of El Toro Loco that he finally was unlodged from that barrier. Number 4. At number 4, we go to Indianapolis in 2017. Max D was doing a backflip and then landed on the side of the barrier there. Imagine if we didn't have to close off those seats there. Number 3. At number 3, we go back in time to 2001, where Blacksmith, of course, infamously flipped over into the wall protection there. This truck would stay there and would be replaced with Raging Steel for freestyle. However, this is not the first time, and it wouldn't be the last time, that a 1941 Willys monster truck would flip at the World Finals. Number 2. At number 2, we have the infamous Captain's Curse flip at World Finals 10 in 2009. As you can see here, he came like about 30 feet from going into the crowd there. This crash would be censored in North America. However, in Europe, it was televised. And it's not lost media either. Here's some footage of it right now.
Blackwell is going for it, and over he goes for the count. Captain's Curse goes into the safety hold area. Those seats obviously held just for that purpose. Everything okay. Blackwell is okay. And the championship is going to go for the 8th time to Tom Metz, who wins it all.
So yeah, that was some footage I meant to show in my iceberg video, but I just couldn't find it at the time. But it's not lost media. You can just look it up on YouTube. Number 1. Yeah. There is absolutely no context to describe what is this. How did this happen? How did we get here? Well, that kind of explains the whole title of the video, but this is Major Obsession, ironically enough, at Tacoma in 2002. But there's no footage of it, so we can only speculate. Maybe it was aliens, who knows. But now I pass the question to you. What are some other weird area moments where people landed in weird areas? Or how did we get here moments is what I meant to say. Leave a comment down below, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.